What's Sissy open his? What's she opening?
Her calendar!
Yeah, she wasn't home yesterday, so she's going to open her first day today, right?
Yeah.
Maybe, if she can get into it. Did you get yours, Hazel?
No.
You can go get yours off the... Don't mind our crazy, messy house. This is real life, people.
Yes,
Is it still not opening? It doesn't flap open in the front? I don't know. Nope, still not. Okay, Hayes, go ahead. Punch your number 2. There you go.
I have the Christmas tree.
Ooh.
Is yours chocolate?
Nope, toys.
My toys.
Oh, and Sissy's got a number 1. And now she can't get into that either. I bought the hardest advent calendar ever
Free.
from Target. Right?
I got a Christmas tree. Where's my ruffle?
What are they?
Yes.
Oh, llamas. Perfect for knitting Vlogmas.
I got a rubber one.
Let me see your tree, Hayes. Cool. Hey everybody, it is day 2 of Vlogmas. I just dropped Miss Z off to school and now I'm heading into work. I figured I would put my hands-free mount up and just do a little introduction of who I am. My name is Aquila. I live in Baltimore, Maryland, and I have the Lefty Knitter podcast. I am a lefty knitter. I am left-handed. I am a true left-hander. I can barely do anything with my right hand. I am pretty clumsy and whatever else with that. So when I taught myself to knit, I bought a book from like Joann's, like a kit. It was a kid's kit for learning how to knit. And yeah, I taught myself from that. So of course when I'm reading the book, everything is just kind of backwards and everything's foreign because I've never knit before in my life. So I wasn't advanced enough to know to switch the words right and left for me and things like that. So when I did it, I just kind of visually flipped the pictures backward to do it more comfortable for me because being left-handed. So my working needle is in my left hand when I'm knitting. So I'm also a thrower, so it's like English hold or whatever they call it, because I throw my yarn. Yeah, so I don't have a lot of issues with patterns. I mainly just switch the verbiage in the pattern. So if it says that you're making the right front panel of a sweater, I'm technically making the left front panel of the sweater. So it's really just things like that. Decreases are a little bit different. You have to switch the right slanting and the left slanting. I usually just switch my slip knit from my knit 2 togethers. Sorry, my hair, I got it cut really short thinking I would really love it, and I really don't love it anymore. So now it's in the growing out stage and it's been a little crazy. So yeah, so I taught myself to knit probably like 11 years ago, maybe. I don't feel like I'm an advanced knitter, but I do feel that I am pretty knowledgeable. I know a lot of techniques. There's a lot of techniques I've not done. Entrelac being the one thing that I cannot figure out switching my left and right now. I've only tried it twice, and that was pretty early on in my knitting career. So I feel like maybe I need to try it again. I've said that before, I think, on the podcast, that I would like to try it again. I have some yarns that would look good with that that type of look. So yeah. So my husband is a huge supporter of my knitting. He also likes to dabble in dyeing with natural dyes. He went to the Alpaca Festival one year with me and fell in love with the idea of it. Yeah, so he is a very big yarn enabler. Then Michaela is my daughter. Well, she's my stepdaughter. I just say she's my daughter because, you know, it's just easier, and, you know, some of the connotations that come with the word step are just not always the best. We have a great relationship. She just turned 21. She's 21. And And yeah, she has no interest in knitting. She did dabble in embroidery for a little bit. She still once in a while digs that out and makes things for friends. And then Hazel has no interest at all. At all. So yeah, there's that. So, yeah. The scarf I'm wearing, just in case you're wondering, is called Frisson, Frisson. I can't remember the name of the designer, even though I looked it up this morning. Mornings are hectic in the household, getting everybody ready, myself and Hazel, getting lunches, making sure she has her stuffed animal to sleep with, because gosh, if we forget that, it's like the world is frozen over. Yeah. Okay, Frisson, it's kind of like it's a very skinny, long shawl with like teeth all down the one edge. It's probably hard to see. Has some lace going on. Very simple. I used 3 balls of Patton's Croy sock yarn because I made this in 2014, so that was 5 years ago. So that was like halfway into my knitting adventures. So there you go. I also crochet. I learned to crochet from a guy friend of mine, Mike, because he learned from his mom or grandmom, I can't remember. And of course he taught me just the basics. I have now enhanced all my skills by watching all the YouTube videos. Yeah. So that's about it on the front here. I have a spinning wheel, I have a loom, you know, I like to dabble in everything. I like doing freehand embroidery, and I also now have a punch needle, which I'll be showing you guys those finished products at some point during this Vlogmas. Alright, so yeah, there's my day and my morning. So it is now 6 o'clock. John already fed Hazel, so it'll just be, you know, fend for ourselves later after she goes to bed. But in this house, it is like feast or famine when it comes to bananas. I'm sure that's every house. Like, you either eat them so quick and then people are like, where'd all the bananas go? Or they start turning. So I'm gonna make some banana bread muffins. My favorite tool for mashing the bananas is this, which I really thought Hazel would enjoy doing, and she's never helped me make banana muffins. You've helped me make banana muffins. Yeah. So, but this is my favorite, the masher. One of my other favorite tools is a scooper like this. I use it for my cookies and for muffins and cupcakes and things like that. This is hard to do because I'm trying to watch the camera and this. But there you go. And you get pretty accurate sizes there. Yeah. I was telling you guys in the earlier clip about my punch needle that I had bought. So I bought this at Rhinebeck. It was an impulse purchase, not quite impulse purchase because I've wanted to try it. The lady had unboxed ones for sale. Sorry, the ring light again. Had unboxed ones for sale. So I bought the Oxford punch needle. That's what this is. Oh, this does not belong on it. This is a size 9, which is the length of the shaft, which means that's how long your loops are. I also bought the regular size of the Oxford punch needle. They do have a thinner one that is better for fingering weight yarns. This one is more for like worsted weight, thicker yarns. So you could double up your fingering, probably triple up your fingering to do this. I'm just using worsted weight yarn that I had in my stash. These are Christmas presents. I don't think the people that are getting them watch this. And I'm not going to go into great detail. I'll do that on my actual episode about these. So I made 3 different images. I drew them out, I transferred them, and then I punch needled them. So, sorry, you're getting the shadow because the light is over there, so that's why I kind of have it turned that way. So that's 1, and then I did 3 sizes, so there are 3 different sizes. 2, and then 3. They're not perfect by any means. I did hot glue felt to the back. I liked having the ring be the natural color. I thought about painting them. The first one I actually tried another method, which is you mattress stitch through the front, like you whip stitch pretty much around the whole frame. I didn't like the look of that. So I just kept it simple and just glued that on, and they'll be able to hang them just by the little hooks at the top. So I'm actually really happy with how these came out, and I really do want to talk more about these in an episode. So keep an eye out for probably the next episode, and I'll talk about more detail. That's why I had this thing on there, which, you know, doesn't belong on there. So I'll tell you about my little tips and tricks that I did to make this happen. So the banana muffins are done. I'm gonna indulge and have 2. They're pretty tiny. I used a different recipe. This one didn't call for vegetable oil, and I'm curious if they're gonna be as good as the other recipe that I usually use. Find out. I'm also having some tea in my Knit Happy mug. And that was a attractive close-up, wasn't it? I put my second color. I have the ball tucked in there, so that's why it looks funny. Added my second color. They're now both on magic loop, 2 at a time. I had Hazel pick out the third color, so it's only 10 colors, so I don't know if I'm going to do one every night, or even maybe just do half the rounds. I decided to do 12 rounds each, which leaves me with like 3-ish grams left, and I can put that in my crochet blanket. Speaking of crochet, I'm also making a stuffy. I had bought this yarn. I don't think I have the label in here. I don't know where the label is. Oh, maybe I do. Red Heart. Sorry. Red Heart, and you can make 2 mermaids, and the patterns are free on their website. I am crocheting mine, and yeah, I have the head done. The thing that I hate about this is I'm gonna have to sew all these pieces together. Body. I have 4 little limbs, legs and arms. I was gonna make all 8 at the same time, but I got really bored after the 4, so I'll just start the pattern at the beginning again. This is the slip-on tail, so she'll have legs and she'll be a mermaid, so she can be both. And then this is the cap that goes on her head, which is, I'm assuming you're gonna attach the hair to this. Not quite sure. I'm not that far. I'll find out, because that's where I'm going next. So day 2 has come to an end, and yeah, that's it. All right, see you guys tomorrow. What did I say? Until tomorrow, I think is what I said. Until tomorrow.